Luckily, she met her that rainy day. Xiaoju sat blankly in a hospital area restaurant, face shouting, "I need coffee." At this time, the manager came over, smiling, and gave Xiaoju the coffee, as if to say, "Drink it, and your mood will be latte-like." "Wait a second, I'll stop immediately. I'm not wearing shorts, and I really don't want to become a coffee float." Dates is always a puzzler. Relationships are sometimes like coffee and milk instant blends. Xiaoju felt a warm, fuzzy feeling. People tend to cling to the least threatening person in tough times, as if she were the last spaghetti noodle. Though her feelings for the manager were as clear as mud, one thing was certain: the sun came out, and Xiaoju was smiling. As she left, Xiaoju noticed the restaurant was hiring. She decided to wave goodbye to Tianjing and gracefully transition into being a waitress. What a career. From her co-workers, Xiaoju learned a lot about the manager, including that she was 45, mysteriously young at heart. She had a teenager son after the divorce, but that was no concern of Xiaoju. Love always has its mysterious twists. During lunch in the office, Xiaoju stole glances at the manager as usual, but her heart raced at the sight of that beautiful face. While handing in her schedule request for next month, Xiaoju couldn't help but stare at the manager, feeling a wave of your beauty. The manager had no idea that this high school girl had the crush on her. You can't hide love. Wanting is like leaving too little whipped cream. Colleagues discuss crushes, rating all male staff. The chef's handsome but a playboy, the sous chef's honest but dull, the assistant's just fine. But he might have a crush already. The girl's chatter was overheard by the passing manager. Subtitles. The manager didn't become angry after hearing that. Instead, she quietly changed into a different shirt. There was a time when she, too, was a person brimming with dreams, and her home was overflowing with books. In her youth, she dreamed of being a writer, but as time passed, this 45-year-old woman became lost in life's daily grind. Her desk was covered with manuscript paper, the final hope she held for herself. Her dream of being a writer cost her family and love. By now, it seemed there was nothing she could do, yet two lost souls unknowingly walked the same path. Birds of a feather flock together, and this age-old adage suddenly became a romantic song in this moment. At noon, Xiaoju arrived at the office again, seeing the manager's shirt and thinking, "Hey, is this my new scarf?" She tried hard to ascertain the manager's scent, but in reality, it might be for some other crazy reason. She picked up the manager's white shirt, a strange thought flashing by, when a staff member walked in, announcing, "A customer left their phone." When they rushed to the door, the customer had already cycled away, as if awakened by the truth of being saved. Xiaoju refused to face her feelings, landing her in another awkward situation. Maybe it was for pride, or perhaps to escape the earlier awkwardness, she dashed out quickly. The customer was far away, but Xiaoju transformed into Supergirl, racing after them with the belief of "I can catch up." The wind rushed past her ears, and Xiaoju felt she was back in the race, as if she could catch up either with the customer or happiness. When she finally wheeled back to the restaurant, her ankle suddenly cramped, making her feel like a little chick. The manager rushed over to scoop Xiaoju up, panicking as if they were about to participate in the Olympics. Xiaoju mentioned that there was a hospital nearby she often visited, feeling grateful for the manager's concern. After the doctor's exam, Xiaoju's injury was minor, but at home that night, she couldn't forget being carried. Xiaoju pondered the manager's action. Her face turned tomato red, like a little bird fluttering in her heart. The next morning, the manager walked near Xiaoju's house with a gift, ready to apologize for her injury. Truly a guilt-ridden heart. Upon seeing the manager, Xiaoju thought to herself, "Haha, looks like I finally chose the right direction in the kitchen. No, I lost an important lady, truly sorry about that." The two walked to a nearby restaurant. The manager kept mumbling about apologizing to Xiaoju's parents, but Xiaoju said her parents were already divorced. "I live with my mom, but she went to work early," she said nonchalantly. Since a face-to-face apology wasn't possible, the manager lovingly checked on Xiaoju's foot injury. Subtitles. Xiaoju thought to herself, "Why am I always so awkward when expressing myself?" When the manager got the drinks, Xiaoju instinctively tidied up her clothes, thinking, "I'm just taking a walk downstairs, I can't be too casual." Just stepping out the door, she could meet the one she liked. Such a confession. Soon, the manager brought black coffee, then recalled something, making Xiaoju seize the moment. The manager's palm suddenly held a small box of milk, bringing back memories of the first meeting, filling Xiaoju with sweetness. At this moment, Xiaoju finally mustered the courage to confess, "I like the manager." "Really? Thanks. That's great. I honestly thought I was going to get scolded." That's precisely what I've often thought. The shop manager looked puzzled. Xiaoju's first confession was abruptly interrupted by the manager's confused reaction. Pure awkwardness indeed. Subtitles. Oh, don't forget to click and subscribe. Let's keep going with this sweet and hilarious story.